Well, guys, we really dropped the ball in that last video because instead of challenging for the conference championship and having a chance of having a first-round bye in the playoffs, now we're actually on the verge of not even making it at all. Because even if we win this game against Michigan State and end up improving our record to 9-3, a lot of catastrophic things would need to happen for us to even get into the playoffs. So, realistically, we're looking at the last game of the season right now and our final bowl game as a college football player. However, we're going to go out there and try to end on a really good note and just hope that something crazy happens and we find a way to get in. But again, chances are that's not going to be the case, so right now all we got to do is focus on winning these last two games, unlike the last two that we ended up having. So of course we're going to be doing a little bit of training, up the health a little bit, and then put the last two in the leadership. It gives us 2 skill points. Again, we can always look at a couple of the abilities. I think that we just need 3 skill points for that, which we should be able to get after this game, but also maybe upping the IQ as well. I think that takes 4, but again, we'll see what ends up happening after this one. We'll get into practice, and then let's look at this matchup against Michigan State, who's fighting for their bowl eligibility. You know, the same way that we're fighting for our eligibility to get into the playoffs, yeah, the same exact way. Good news here is at least we're at home for this last game of the season, and we do have a pretty good overall advantage over Michigan State. Again, even though we didn't have the overall advantage in the last 2 games, we still ended up dropping to teams that were definitely subpar compared to us. So let's hope that we can go out here against Michigan State and actually right our wrongs from the last 2 weeks. So we're going to start this game off. Let's start it off right. Let's start with a run. Maybe that'll actually open up the passing game later on. Just don't push them in the back. And maybe that was a mistake because that is a loss of 2 yards right there. Now we are going to end up changing this because we're going to go on a short route, and I really don't want to do that. I want to be able to actually get some good yards here. As there we go. They're actually, leaving us kind of open there on the sideline. I'd love to see that. That is good news, and we are now almost at midfield. Almost. We're almost there. We just need to get up here with another 2 yards, which we should with this run right here. Instead, we lose about a half a yard. And for some reason, we're going to go play action, even though the run really hasn't worked much. I don't know how much we're really going to confuse them here, but we're going to find out. Get me over here. Look at that. And look at that catch on the sideline. Great awareness. You love to see that. And now, unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be scheduled to block. And so let's do that. Let's just, again, make sure that we don't block anyone in the back. There we go. Well, I mean, there were 2 guys out here. And we could only block 1. And I think we picked the right one. I mean, it's only a gain of 3, but still, that's better than a loss of 2 like our runs have been going. So let's go. There we go. Ooh, perfect. I thought we were still running towards the sideline, but we ended up stopping, and thankfully we did because it didn't look like he had the arm to get it all the way to the sideline. And so now we got it 1st and 10 on the 27. I think we're going play action again, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, that is not going to go to us. And thankfully that did not get intercepted. I'm sorry. Anytime I see him throw the ball to the other side of the field now, I'm just so worried that it's just going to get picked off. Let's see. We're getting pressed right here. Let's see if we can actually get beyond him for the score. If he would have actually given us the extra second. The good news is we still pick up a first down. And that is definitely better than nothing. But this guy has not learned as he is pressing us yet again. So let's go. Give us the extra second here, QB. And give us the... Uh-oh. Yeah, that was stupid. I thought I got beyond him, but he turned and started running. But that means with 3rd and 12, we're going to have to get into the end zone. Because, actually, no, the way that we run our routes, we could get 15 yards and be able to get the first. So let's see. Oh, no! We end up getting just punched in the gut as we go up for it, and we can't hang on. I mean, that looked extremely painful. I'm not going to lie. But unfortunately, Michigan State ended up scoring, and our defense is starting to collapse a bit. Let's go. Let's see if we can get into the end zone. We got 4.5 minutes and a half, so why not? Let's go. There we go. Nope. We should have come back to it a little bit and jumped for it. Okay, yeah, that kind of left it susceptible to being picked off. But oh well. It's okay. 2nd and 10. Again, that's why you get multiple downs. And that's a nice little read right there, and that makes it a 3rd and manageable. I don't know why you want to go for the run. Has that happened, or has that worked at all today? I don't think so. Not a single time. I don't think we've gotten any positive yardage on runs. So, don't do that. Oh, come on. Get set again. There we go. Nice. Oh, man. If it wasn't for us being able to get those hops and be able to get up there, that was a 4th and 2. Thankfully, we have the awareness to jump up there, get it, and be able to keep the drive going. 1st and 10. Let's see what we can do. I don't even know if he was trying to throw it to us or the other guy who was coming into this little area, but we end up picking it up, and that's the positive thing. So 1st down in their territory now. Let's see what we can do on slants. Good catch. No? I thought we had that, and it took him an extra second to drop it. That's a little upsetting, I'm not gonna lie. So let's go 2nd and 10. We do have safety help over here, but this guy's pressing us yet again. So come on, let's get beyond him. Actually, come back. Bro, we are having a hard time even just catching the ball today. I don't know what's going on here. This is tough. I thought we didn't have any wear and tear, but apparently that does not seem to be the case. But 3rd and 10 now, come on. Yeah, that's not going to go to us. That's going to be a 4th and 10. The good news is we're getting the ball back before half, and it's still only a 1-score game. So let's see what we can do. I don't know why I'm calling for that one. Yeah, he's just going to get sacked on that one. And honestly, realistically, we should wind this down to the 2-minute. But I think we're going to run one more still. Why not? Oh, man. That's why I hate play action. And now on 3rd and what is this, 23? 3rd and 23? 3rd and 24. Close enough. We need to do something. I don't know what, but we need to do something. It's a long distance to make up. I don't think that we're going to get that. But, no, I was hoping that maybe we can come back a little bit, but he did not want to take a step back. And man, we are blowing this game. Honestly, based on how the last 2 weeks went, I mean, this doesn't really surprise me that much. Yep, you're going to get it out quickly. Does he get out of bounds? I think he did. I think he did. He sure did. That's awesome. And let's go. Now we just got to at least work it into field goal territory. That's the main thing right here. There we go. Wow, we can't even catch that. Dude, what is up with our guy right now? We're at home. We shouldn't be rattled by any stretch of the imagination. But now on 2nd and 10, we find ourselves, again, in a bit of a hole right now. Oh, thank God. He dropped that, too. Man, it looks like they have, like, 2 guys on us. That's a little rough. Kind of makes sense of why he's not forcing it into us, either. 3rd and 10 now, 21 seconds to go. There we go. He can't even hold on to it. That's like our 3rd drop today. Statistically, it's saying 2. But I think we dropped more than 2 today. Let's be honest. Come on. We need to pick it up here in the second half. Let's put that first one behind us. Our team hasn't seen the end zone, so we need to do it now. Yeah, good call on that one. Found him short for a good 8 yards. And hopefully him getting that one right there will open us up a little bit. That would be nice, because again, we're kind of getting pressured here. There we go. At least we held on to the ball, and that's going to be a 1st down. And honestly, at this point, I don't care if it's 1 yard or 100 yards. We just want to catch the ball, you know? So let's try to do that right here too. 1st and 10. Gosh. Ooh, I did not see that guy just kind of waiting there. So it's a good thing he got hit. I did not see the guy just kind of chilling in that zone while the other guy was going with us. Let's go 2nd and 10. Come on. Do something. Do something. You can see 2 of us were actually open down the sideline right there. But honestly, the way today's going, I understand why he didn't look for either of us and decided to go short. 3rd and 6 now, though. Make that 4th and 6, and we're going to have to punt. And honestly, after such a promising start to the season, this has gotten a little sad. I'm not going to lie. Yep, and at least he gets it out to that side of the field, which will give us a good 9-yard gain. That's awesome. And again, that actually opens up this side of the field as well. As you can see, that safety's at about, like, you know, the midway point of the field, and we're all the way out here, which means if we can actually get that release, which we upgraded in the last video, that'd be really great. Can we get it? Yes, we can. Thank you. Thank you, and it's about time we actually catch the ball, too. Granted, we're a little too slow to get into the end zone, but we do get it down to the 13-yard line. I think this is the closest, one of the closest we've gotten to the end zone today. So let's see if we can actually cap off this drive with a touchdown this time. Oh, yeah! Sorry, we were open. I didn't see him over there because it's on the other side of the field, but as long as we're making it a one-score game again, I'm happy. Not just that, but we get it back on their side of the field as well. And we got a chance to actually get a lead here. So let's see if we can actually do that. Well, that's not a completion. I couldn't tell. Again, other side of the field, unfortunately. And yeah, look, as much as I hate to go back to all goes again, we're not going play action. We've seen what happens when that happens. So come on, let's do something here. There we go. As a little low, we meant to go with the run and catch, but as long as we secure it and get that first down, that's what we need right now. Again, it's not like we have to come back from 3 scores. We're just down by 3 points. So let's do it right here. There we go. Great catch. That's going to be another first down. I think that might actually put us over 100 now. Actually, that one long gain probably put us over 100. But it doesn't matter. Either way, though, we're down on the 15. We're in the red zone. Now let's see if, again, we can actually cap off this drive this time. Why are we doing that and not going for the run and catch? I do not have a good explanation for that. Ooh, he's going off us a little bit. Okay. Come on, just need 6 yards for the first at least. No, not this again. Buddy, why are you doing that? Our quarterback is really just becoming a liability at this point because that was not called for, and he just chucked it up again. So, I don't get it, but... That wasn't even to me. That's not even my route. What are you doing? This is legitimately getting frustrating at this point. This is crazy. Still down 3 with only 4.5 to go here in the 4th. And we're down on the 6-yard line, so we got 94 yards to go. So let's see if we can get a good one right here. As we do. Why did you have to dive for that one? Is our quarterback really that inaccurate? Either way, that gets us 19 yards closer. So, hey, that's good enough for me. So let's see if we can continue to do this. There we go on the side. No, what in the hell is that? Why are you lofting it when that is a bullet pass? Like, did some update happen that kind of ruined things a little bit, or what? Because that was not... That's ridiculous. Come on. We just got to figure out a way here. Well, at least you find him across the middle of the field. Oh, well, never mind. Because he ended up dropping that. So, going hurry up here was a pretty bad idea. But again, we still need to get down there at some point. So let's see what we can do. Hey, there you go, buddy. Nice work. You actually hit us in stride this time. Now, come on. Let's see if we can just continue to work downfield. Stop lofting balls up. And let's figure out a way to get downfield. There we go. That's what I'm talking about again. Why haven't we been doing that all day? Well, at least now we got a chance to do it ourselves. So, let's go. We only got 2.5 minutes to go, and we're down by 2 possessions. So... And that's game. And now we really do need a miracle to win. 91 yards to go, and we need 2 scores. Come on. Come on, he's like all over us. Wait, is this a score? Don't block him in the back. All right, you know what? Maybe we have a little bit of life. Hold on now. We haven't gotten in the end zone, but he's gotten in there twice. Thankfully, that's what's keeping us alive. But unfortunately, the defense couldn't get it back, and now any chance that we had at the playoffs is now gone. We started as the #1 team in the nation, or at least close up there for pretty much most of the season, and now we're going to be outside of the top 25. So, since we have at least a week before our actual bowl game, as we see we're not in the top 25 anymore, what we can do now is really just increase our training at this point. That's all we really have to do. We'll kind of get that up. It's really not going to matter at this point. We do have 3 skill points, and again, to be able to up the IQ, we would need 4. But looking at our physicals, if we want to up that Press Pro again, we can actually do that right now. And that would actually get it up to silver for the bowl game. But now we get a chance to see who we're going to end up facing in this bowl game. Can you believe we ended up going 8-4 after starting 8-1? That is a very, very, very sad thing to see. And it looks like we got the conference championship week as well, so let's just focus on training again. Let's up that leadership. We'll end up doing a lot with the wear and tear in the week that we actually have our bowl game. Kind of hoping that it's going to be early on. It would be nice to be able to get more skill points, by having it be later in the bowl season. As you can see, we do have a bye week here in week 16 just to be able to get some extra skill points. But again, I really want to get into this game and see what we can do to just end the season and the series on a really, really good note. I know I say that all the time, but hopefully we can actually make that happen this time. It's very unfortunate that we're on a 3-game losing streak right now, but realistically, again, as long as we're able to end up finishing this game or end the season on a good note, I'm happy. As you see, we end up winning the Player of the Year award. That's awesome. We almost had as many yards as some of the quarterbacks in the league, as well as many touchdowns as well. 231 receptions at that. Great season, and that is why we end up winning the Heisman. I think that was a no-brainer, but obviously we wanted to win a natty as well. We're just not going to ever end up getting that. We're going to have to go to the NFL and be able to win a Super Bowl. And if you want to see that happen, go check out the actual Madden series with this character. But either way, again, Best Receiver of the Year award as well. That's great. We just didn't take home the big prize of the national championship. And of course, all the accolades keep rolling in. That's great to see. And if we actually had a trophy case that we can see in this game, it would just be filled to the brim with a whole bunch of shit. As it looks like we're taking on San Jose State in the LA Bowl. Wow, what a fall from grace. Instead of being in a national championship game, or at least in the playoffs to get there, we're in the LA Bowl hosted by Gronk. That's sad and a little embarrassing, I'm not going to lie. But, again, we only have ourselves to blame. We're the ones that put us in this situation. As all we're really going to do is focus on this wear and tear. I don't think that we're going to have enough time to be able to get an extra skill point to be able to upgrade maybe that sure hands. But that's life. So let's just put these in the last couple things, and because we never really did it, let's put one in the brand just for the hell of it. We have 2 skill points which are going to go completely to waste, but that's okay, because now we got this game against San Jose State, and again, hopefully we can beat this very, very subpar team. 79 overall, no chance that we lose this one, but if things go the same way that they did in the last one, and our quarterback just lofts balls up for absolutely no reason, then we could be in for a really long afternoon. All right, now off the rip, let's see if that press pro going up to silver actually helped us out here. Let's see if we can burn this guy off the line. Well, he didn't really give us a chance, and in fact, he kind of bumped us, although it was within, a couple of yards, so that happens. But let's see what we can do here to get close to the end zone. We're on their side of the field already, which is really great to see. Hopefully, again, we can actually make this a really good statistical game as we get that one down the sideline. And look at that! We weren't able to score in the last game of the season, so let's see if we can score like 6 or 7 in this one. And surprisingly enough, we have a chance to get number 2 before a minute comes off the game clock. It's crazy, isn't it? So let's see what we can do. Yeah, that's going to be number 2 of the day. We're going to have ourselves a field day here. And honestly, them scoring right there means that we're staying on the field. They're not going to put in the backups because we're up by X amount of scores, you know what I mean? So, let's go. Let's see if we can burn them off the line yet again. Oh, we actually probably could have beat them. Surprisingly enough, we actually looked like we were faster than them. Either way, they got it over to number 82. Good old Payne. And he ends up getting a first down into their territory. You love to see it. I actually can't wait to see the stats of the entire team at the end of the season, because I want to see how he ended up faring. Because realistically, he was pretty good all season. Great catch on the sideline there, all the way down to the 14, and we're now in the red zone, as they are going to challenge that for some stupid-ass reason, leave it up to San Jose State, as not only do we get 1 in, but we get 2 as well. But again, realistically, if we weren't on this team, he would have had a phenomenal season, and even with us on the team, he still could have had a really good one. He still scored a lot in some of those games. Uh-oh. Nice. Oh my gosh, we stayed in the end zone on that? Wow, that's 3 scores before the end of the first. Maybe we can get 4 here. Maybe. Just maybe. Oh man, we ran him off. I thought maybe we were still going to the ball, but no. Alright, so that one didn't work out. That's alright. You know what? You always got to have a dud or 2 in every game, right? Unfortunately, our duds came in the last 3 weeks. Hold on. Get up there. Way to keep your feet in bounds, man. Way to keep your feet in bounds. You'll love to see that. Let's go. Past midfield yet again. Let's put a bow on this one before the end of the first quarter. How does that sound? Oh, man, why did you jump for that? I meant to hit the run and catch, but or catch and run, but instead I must have hit aggressive. But hey, you know what? Made it look a lot cooler than it actually was. Let's go. 34-yard line. Got someone in motion. Get up there. Nope. Unfortunately, out of reach. If that's just not our quarterback in a nutshell, am I right? Second and 10, though, still on the 34. Let's get it. Oh. Oh, we can't hold on to that, unfortunately. Gets swatted away. Tried to get the guy up the seam, but unfortunately just could not find him. So, third and 10 now. Let's just get something to the sideline just to make sure we can get the first down, or you can get it over there. And we end up scoring again. Not to us. Was that to Payne? All right, you know what? Again, we have a nice little 1-2 combo here, so he deserves a score too. But I'm still going to try to dominate all the touches for the rest of the game. So let's go. We wanted to get... You know what? If we can get double-digit scores in this one, that would be insane. Again, I don't know what the probability of that is. But, hell, at this point, it might be 5-5 between us and Payne. That's 5 total. 2 for him, 3 for us. But I would really like to get some more, especially since we didn't score in that last one. So let's make up for it in this one. We're getting pressed again. I don't even know. I mean, thankfully for us, they're scoring too. That keeps us on the field. Bro. Okay, you know what? He found him up the seam. That's fine. But come on, man. We were right there, you know? We were right there. You know what though? That's gonna allow us to again have the wide side of the field to our side. And let's see if we can do something here. There it is. Thank you. That's going to be score number 4. And let's see if we can get 5 before the end of the first half. I know it's ambitious, but the rate that we're going right now, we're definitely going to hit it. And if they're going to score quickly too, hell, we're going to have plenty of time to do it. Let's go. No, that's not going to be to us, but he does find another guy deep again. And hey, that's going to be at least be a first down. So it's the us and Payne show, huh? That's great. It's like Major Payne. Hey, anyone ever see that movie? Major Payne? That was a ridiculous one back from the 90s. Either way, though, we're on their side of the field. Let's get beyond them. Hit me. Oh, why did you do that? I wanted to go with the run and catch again. Dumb on my part, but you know what? We still made the reception. Still made the reception. Well, let's go. Last play before the 2-minute. There it is. That's actually going to be a score. That's what I'm talking about. That's number 5 right there. And surprisingly enough, we actually have a chance for one more. Imagine over 50 points in the first half. That'd be crazy. Oh, we should have been able to call for that. But instead, it's going to be another touchdown to him. Yeah, I don't know how we blew those last 3 weeks. Speaking of, it's only a 16-point game now here in the second half. But we got 55 points, man. This is going to be a high-scoring one. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. Oh, I was hoping that he was going to come, challenge me so we could try to get the 50-50. But yeah, no. That wasn't going to happen. That wasn't going to happen. Let's just do something a little smarter now. And let's just try to put the moves on him. There we go. Look at that. Great catch and run. Unfortunately, can't sneak by him. But that is going to be a first down to the 41. Now, why are we going to go play action here, you ask? I don't know. Coach called it. So I'm just going to leave that up to him. Okay, well, that works. Still got us open. They went back in a pretty much wide open zone right there. And we were able to find a little hole in it right there. Well, let's go. First and 10, 26-yard line. Burn past him. Wrong guy. That's okay. You know what? That's why you get 4 downs, right? So let's see if we can get it on the second one. We don't want to push it to the 3rd and 10. So let's see what we can do here. There it is. There it is. Dang. Can't get by him again. But we're getting a little bit closer. Every catch is just a little bit closer. So let's see. We only have 13 yards to go here. Let's see if we can get it right now. Oop. Yes? I don't know if we fell into the end zone there, but if they're going to give it to us, we'll take number 7. Yeah, sorry. I meant number 6. But unfortunately, San Jose State got a score, got an onside kick, and now it's only a 10-point game. So let's just finish it right here. There it is. Nice. We're going to go out of bounds, but that's life. We'll do our best to not go out of bounds going forward, but if we're by the sideline, we might just have to do that. Plus, if we stop the clock, that gives us more opportunities a little later on. And again, you never know what could happen at that point as he ends up getting sacked. Well, that's a little tough. But that's okay. You know what? Sometimes when you don't have the time, you know, that happens. Again, it's still a 10-point game here with just over 2 to go. So, still think we're in a pretty good place. No, unfortunately, we can't keep our feet in. We just took a huge leap right there. And needless to say, that did not end up working out in our favor. We are going to go with the Z spot here because I kind of want to go in that back corner. Because especially if they go into a zone, I think that's going to be wide open. So let's see, 3rd and 15. Well, it wasn't, and that was way over our head. But at least we have an opportunity for the 7th score of the game, and that would be a great way to cap off our college career, honestly. There it is. Good catch. Get up. Dang. We almost got in there, but we're just about a yard short. I don't know why they're thinking about challenging it, because look at that. We are clearly in. Or wait, are we? Hold on. Oh, no, yeah, it's going to be down on the 1 yard line. That's okay, though. Again, we're up by 10 points with a minute and a half to go. Yes, they could come back, but even if they did, I really don't give a shit. I just want to get our 7th touchdown. So let's do it right here. Yeah, we had to come back for that. That was kind of dumb, honestly, because it didn't look like they were back defending that. It looked like they were just staying there guarding the goal line. But we'll do it on this one, though. Or he's going to find him over there. At least we got 6 in this game. And at least it didn't go to Payne. At least another teammate ended up getting worked in there. And that means that 3 different receivers ended up scoring. But we definitely had the most there with 6. And again, with over 200 yards. I don't think it was over 300, only because Williams ended up getting player of the game with his 10 touchdowns and 614. But hell, at least we had a damn good game. Again, 6 scores. Great way to cap off our college career. Yeah, we only ended up at 296. We were just close. Just close to that 300-yard mark. But Payne, 290 with 3 touchdowns himself. Great game for him. Of course, Tuffy Armstrong, someone who's going to have to be one of their lead receivers next year. Although Payne is going to be here for an extra 2 years. But again, someone who's going to have to be really big in the offense next season. Ended up scoring right here. Great way for him to kind of get into next season. But again, really great game from us and from Payne. But of course, our quarterback, who ended up screwing us over in the last 3 weeks, ended up having a great game in the bowl game. Go figure. And thanks, Gronk. I'm glad he ended up presenting us with that trophy, too. You'll love to see it. So, I will end up advancing the week, but I just want to look at the season stats for the team. As we see, obviously, 4,202 yards with 42 touchdowns. Obviously, that does include our bowl game as well. But exactly 1,000 yards run after the catch. That's actually kind of incredible. Such an even number, you know? But again, Payne, really great season for him too. You have to kind of put aside the fact that he had about 290 in that last one, which means he had around, about 675 yards in the regular season and ended up having 11 touchdowns, which again, although it wasn't over 1,000 yards for the season, ended up being a really good season and is someone who's going to be great for this program going forward. We're never going to see it because this is the end of our college career, but good to know that they're actually still in good hands. Either way, though, again, 42 touchdowns, that's great. They're definitely going to miss us next season, but again, a great way to end out our career. Because as we actually look at our career stats, we definitely got better every single season for the most part. I mean, Wisconsin to Syracuse, of course our yards only went up by about 42, and we did drop a touchdown, but again, we're still getting used to things and we're getting a little bit better. Our year at Arizona definitely catapulted us. Surprised we didn't end up winning the Heisman that season. Still, 1,882 yards with 18 touchdowns. Great way to end out that our junior year. But of course, this season is where we ended up winning pretty much every single accolade that we could. Player of the Year, Heisman, Receiver of the Year, and everything else. All-American, first team, everything like that. But again, 4,200 yards, 42 touchdowns. Quarterback statistics right there. But we definitely showed that we could do that as a receiver as well. So again, even though we didn't end up winning a national championship at any point in this at all, still ended up with a really, really great career under our belts.